Hello everyone. So I have another junk journal video for you. I love my junk journal. I don't get to play in it as often as I would like to, but I love it. So I have a photo here and I have a quasi plan of what I want to do. So I'm just looking for the right page with the right colors that will kind of speak to me and will go with my photo and the plan that's in my head. I'm going to flip through most of this, which is actually kind of cool because then you get to see my awesome junk journal and how fun it is. So I decided to go with this page that has this like little flip part because the colors of that little blue and orange kind of paper there is going to work beautifully with the colors I have planned for this layout. And yeah, it's going to be super fun. So I'm going to use a flip. This is a Simple Stories photo flip. Because I want to include this photo of me and my brother from the 1980s. And then I also have this fabulous little quote from Pinterest that I found that I want to include with this photo. And it talks about how special brothers are. And so I'm going to put my photo flip right here, and I'm going to need a card underneath. So I have this 6x6 paper pad. This is a really old paper pad from Crepe Paper. I think it's from 2011. And it's called something about a party dress, maybe? Or a pretty party? Pretty party, it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and use this green paper that's in it because, again, I'm just going to flip through here quick and see if there's any other paper bits that I want to use from this collection on my page, but I end up only going with that one green card from that 6x6 paper pad. So now here comes some of the fun part of junk journaling to me. So I have a big, like 12 by 13 or 10 by 13, no, it's 12 by something. It's like a storage bag, and I just toss all the little things in there, just all the little things. And so these are some flowers, applique flowers from Bygone's Variety Shop, which is where I'm on their design team, but I also purchase a lot there for my junk journal. So I do both. I purchase things from her shop, and I also get a little collection of products every month to work with. And I am just going to go through all of my junk, all this junk journal stuff, and see if there's anything I want. For me, this is like the funnest thing because the bag that I used to junk journal in is literally like, it's just full of stuff. So these are stamps. These are actually my most recent purchase from Bygone's Variety Shop, and it's these beautiful little like script stamps. And so I'm just going to open them up and kind of take a peek, and I decide that I definitely want to use them on that facing page. So I'm going to put those aside, but as I say, you can see here how this works. Like, I literally just am like going through all of this stuff and just finding fun things that I think will match or that I like to go with the colors that I have in my head, and I'm just going to pull out a whole bunch of fun stuff. So one of the retreat members from the retreat I was at last week gave us this bag of goodies, and as soon as I saw like all the multiple things that were in it, I was like, junk journal bag, because it would be perfect, because it was just like, and when I say that, I don't mean that in a bad way, because one thing that I do when I junk journal that I don't do when anything else is just create and add random things and decide what I want and put it all together. So I'm going to start with this little flip pocket. I'm going to use some Distress ink in Vintage Photo. Look how old that package of ink is. I just keep refilling it. And I'm going to go ahead and ink all of the edges. And also the ink blending tool with that ink on it is so ridiculously old. I haven't changed the pad on that forever. And I probably won't till it like disintegrates, because it just gives the perfect amount of ink. Like, it's so well seasoned. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add some staples and this little tag and some of those beautiful flowers. And I'm just going to put them in underneath the flip pocket. And then I can add that flip pocket to the back. I think so. It just has this sticky spot on it. And my fuzzy head's in the way because I really want to make sure that I get this just right. So flip pocket, done. Next thing I want to work on is this little page. So this little page doesn't really have anything. It's part of the reason I love junk journals. These like odd-sized little just pieces that are in them are so cool and fun, and I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this felt trim. I'm going to trim it off. So this particular piece of paper has, like, it has those beautiful, like, greens and blues and stuff, but then it has this odd, like, pitchfork that's, like, in and off to the side. I don't want the pitchfork, so I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to take these little die cut leaves and I'm going to use them and these two flowers, the orange one and the red one, and I'm going to go ahead and just add the applique flowers to this. I'm going to double up these so we have some orange and some red. Kind of keep this page really, really simple, but I love how it looks. And I covered up the pitchfork, which is all good. So next up, I kind of wanted to cover this part of the other side where the photo flip was, and but I wasn't 100% sure with what. And I also am not super happy with that background paper. I don't necessarily love what image is on it, but that being said, I really, really, really wanted to use the other two pages. So you'll see what I'm going to do with that in a bit. So I added a little tag, and I added a cork heart from Spiegelmom Scraps. They're discontinued. You can't get them anymore. And then a little blue flower. And now I'm just going to add the date. So how funny is this? This is a copy of a photo. And so I don't have the original, and I don't know what the actual date was. But I know from the size of my brother that it was around 1987-ish. So that's what I'm rating on my junk journal page. 1987-ish. So, and again, this is not a photo I need to worry about. It doesn't need to be kept or protected, and I can make multiple copies of it because I have it totally scanned. So this flower gave me a little bit of a hard time, and so what I did was I went over and grabbed a glue dot because the liquid glue was just not, there was some like plasticky stuff on the back of the applique flowers, and it just wasn't adhering well to each other. So I added a glue dot. So now I'm going to pull out some of these cork hearts and put them on the other side of this little flip. And I also added one of the tags that I had pulled off to the side and the sticker, this cute little sticker. And so I'm just going to add some of those hearts. And now I have kind of my flip pocket done. I love how kind of interactive and fun this page is. These pages are. I think that they just turned out like really, really cute. So this a stamp is quite big. I think it's 6x6. And I obviously don't have a 6x6 block, but I also, this is a lot of chunk to try to fit in my Misty. I wasn't too sure if it was going to work. And plus, I didn't need it to be a clean impression. I just wanted a design. So I grabbed my biggest, widest block, which is this one from Diane Reevely for Delusions. It's like my favorite acrylic block because it's so super duper useful. And I'm just going to use it to kind of go ahead and stamp on some of that design from the stamp. And now, so what I did was I pulled out some blue and some green. First, I let the ink cure. So I stamped it with Ultinew permanent black ink. I went ahead and I left the book open and just let it dry, let all the ink soak in, and now I'm going over it with my life-changing brushes and some green and some blue inks to give it a little bit of color and interest. Again, pulling in all these same colors that I want to have on my whole, over the double page spread, including the flip. So I'm just going to use these brushes, get this done. These are gorgeous, such gorgeous brushes, you guys. I can't even say enough how much I love them. So I don't have the full like $50 pack. I just have the four middle ones, and they're one of the smaller, they're more budget friendly. I think they're maybe $26, which is way better than $50, but I don't even miss the little ones. I think that maybe if I was going to go for more of them, I would maybe grab the ones from Amazon just for that, just for those small ones. But if you if you don't want to spend the money on the $50 set, get the $26 one, because seriously, oh my word, these brushes are just, I adore them so much. So over and above that corner, I just decided to keep it nice and light. I'm going to put this little die cut. I'm going to add my last flower with the leaves. I'm sorry about the yelling in the background. My boys are cleaning their rooms. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some more of those little cork flowers. Not flowers, hearts. Don't mind me. Can't talk. Okay, so next up. So this is another thing I love about a junk journal. I am not going to cut my doily off. I'm just going to fold it right over onto the next page. So the next time I feel like creating, I've already kind of got stuff started over there. How fabulous is that? All right. Now I need to tackle, I'm going to add a little more glue first, but I need to tackle that top part above the photo. I don't like the kitchen-y look to it, and I just want to cover it up. I don't know, it wasn't flowing well for me. I didn't really love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some gorgeous Ulta New big wide washi. I'm going to take this big wide washi. So I'm going to use this big wide washi to kind of cover up the top of my page. I'm going to rip the edge, and you'll see why I'm going to rip the edge in a second. So I'm going to put it where I want it. I'm going to take one of my pen blades, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of trim it off, that's the word. And then I'm going to do exactly what I did with the doily on the other side. I'm going to take that washi and I'm just going to fold it right over. And again, I've kind of already started the next page now. Totally cool. And that's going to add what I want. So it's going to add some flowers that go with my theme and with my design. And kind of take away that like kitchen-y look in the background. And that's going to complete this spread with all these little flips and all that kind of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you back again soon. Bye.